I'm very sorry for keeping you wait this long. Okay, so we can get started as your whole team is here. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Suraya Sultana. I'm the Regional International Manager of the University of Tabriz and South Asia Regional Office. And today's training session will be conducted by me. First of all, I will give you a presentation on the university where you will get a clear overview about its offered programs, its academic criteria, admission process, and if there is any scholarship or financial aid available over there. And followed by this presentation, we will conduct a Q&A session as well, where you can share all of your concerns and your questions. And I will try my best to address all of those concerns. So before we get started with the presentation itself, I'd like you to tell me something about RF education so that we can get familiarized with each other.
All right, thank you so much. RF Education is actually working in UK long time since 2013. After that, the UK market is very down at this moment. So that's the last 1 year we are looking for a new destinations like Europe market. That's why we are on to working in Hungary and another European country also. So we have a lot of student at this moment because before we don't try to work with another country only for UK. So nowadays we are working as a multi destination. So we will always keep this multi destination because we don't believe one country is very good for business because sometimes is immigration rules and others is it will be changed. That's why we are on to keep the alternative country always. That's it.
That's great. Thank you so much for your brief introduction. Now we can get started with the presentation. I will share my screen. Please let me know if it is visible for you. Okay, so I believe you can see my screen.
Yeah.
So, before getting into the details of the university itself, I would like to give you a brief about the location itself. The University of Debrecen is located in Hungary. You already know about it. And Hungary is located in the heart of Europe, and it is also a member of Schengen zone. It is not a very populated country. The population is only around 10 million, with people who are living in an area of 93,000 square kilometer. If we talk about the peace and order situation, because many parents I have seen are very concerned about the safety. So if we consider that thing, then this country ranks 14th according to the Global Peace Index 2023 to 24. And Hungary's passport is the world's fourth strongest passport now.
Yeah.
Moving into the next slide, if we get into a bit specific and talk about the city where the main campus of the university is located, the city of Debrecen. This city has a history of 650 years, and it is the second largest city in Hungary after the capital Budapest. However, it's not that far away from the capital either. The distance between Budapest and Debrecen is only 230 kilometers. Again, it's not a very populated city, just like its country. The population is only 200,000. Recently, a lot of industrial investment has been coming into this city. Could you kindly mute yourself? Thank you. Which made this city be placed among top 30 cities in the European Union with more than 1500 hectares of industrial parkland. The reason I'm telling you about this statistics is that so you can understand that there will be plenty of opportunities for part-time jobs, full-time job and internship as well. Also there will be opportunities for career growth for our international students because this city has a booming economy, and in the upcoming years, we can expect a lot more progress and developments. Moving into the next slide, the picture you can see this is the main campus of the university, and I'll be sharing some of its historical reference now. This university was founded as a reformed college in 1538, and later on it was upgraded into the university level in 1912. It is one of the largest government supported university, meaning a public university in Hungary. It has 13 faculties on 8 campuses, out of which 4 campuses are in Debrecen itself and the rest of the campuses are very near to Debrecen. The total number of the students are more than 30,000 now. Among them, more than 7,000 students are international who are studying at this university from more than 110 different countries. If we talk about the academic staff, we have more than 1500 academic staff, which makes the ratio in between student and academic staff 20 is to 1, which means for every 20 student, there will be one academic staff who will be assisting those students. And if we talk about the infrastructures, we have 363 university buildings. Now let's look into the ranking of the university. This university has ranked as 563 globally according to the QS World University Ranking 2026. Subject wise, its ranking is in between 251 to 300. Specifically in Eastern Europe, it has ranked 9th. In Hungary, the University of Debrecen has ranked as the number 1 public university. If we talk about the sustainability, this university has been doing very good in that phase as well. In this phase, its ranking is 313. The University of Debrecen is offering many on campus facilities as well, such as libraries, laboratories, sports facilities, dormitories, cafeteria or restaurants, and student support services as well. Let's look into the accreditation. All the programs offered by the University of Debrecen are accredited by the Hungarian Accreditation Board, which is the part of the European Accreditation Board, which means all our programs will be recognized all across Europe. Because many students been wondering that whether the degree I will be pursuing whether it will be recognized by other European countries or not. So you can inform the students about this fact. Additionally, we have the accreditation for our engineering programs as well. For instance, all of our engineering programs are accredited by FIANI, and our medical programs are accredited by World Health Organization, State Education Department of New York, USA, Medical Board of California, Pakistan Medical Council, General Medical Council of UK, Israel, Ireland, Iran, Norway, and the United Arab Emirates. Let's look into the education facility. The University of Debrecen is offering more than 100 programs which are completely taught in English, so language is not going to be a problem or a barrier for international students. 37 out of 87 bachelor's programs, 43 out of 100 master programs, 3 out of 10 one-year programs, and all the PhD programs are completely conducted in English. And if you look into the academic programs now, we are offering a wide range of academic programs across various fields of studies, which is why I have decided to divide them into 2 categories. The first category is medical and health sciences programs, and the other one is non medical programs. I will get started with the medical and health sciences programs first. This university is offering two foundation programs for their medical students, and it is titled as Basic Medicine Course or BMC. BMC 1 is offered in our September intake and it lasts for 2 semesters or 1 year. BMC 2 starts in our January intake and it lasts for only one intensive semester. The basic subjects that are covered in both of these foundation courses are biology, chemistry, and physics. Next, we are offering three direct medical degrees in medicine, dentistry, and pharmacy. You might be wondering if it is mandatory to take the foundation courses to get enrolled to these direct medical degrees. Not at all. Your students can directly apply for these medical programs as well. Apart from this foundation and direct medical degrees, the University of Debrecen is offering health sciences programs as well for both bachelor's and master's applicants. In bachelor's level, we are offering nursing, physiotherapy, and public health. And in master's level, we are offering public health, social work in healthcare, social work and social economics, pharmaceutical research, and development manager. Moving into the next slide, we can get into the section of non-medical programs. Even in that section, the University of Debrecen is offering two foundation programs. The first one is called International Foundation Year, which is again offered in our September intake and lasts for 2 semesters. And the other one is Intensive Foundation Semester, which is offered in our February intake and it lasts for only one semester. Now let's look into the bachelor's programs list for non-medical students. The list is quite long, so I will just go through the titles. We are offering agricultural programs, business programs, engineering programs, humanities programs, IT programs, and natural science programs as well. And for masters, again for non-medical categories, we are offering 7 different agricultural programs, one business program, several engineering programs, humanities programs, IT programs, natural science programs, and one law program as well. Apart from all of this foundation, bachelor's, master's programs, the University of Debrecen is offering PhD programs as well for the students who wants to conduct their researches into multiple different fields such as agriculture, arts and humanities, information technologies, medical, pharmaceutical and health sciences, natural sciences and social sciences. Now I'll give you an overview about the tuition fee of all the programs that I just discussed with you. All of our bachelor's and master's programs ranges in between 6,000 to 10,000 US dollar per year. PhD programs ranges in between 6,500 to 16,900 US dollar per year. Two of our foundation program for medical students, BMC 1 and BMC 2, cost 7,500 US dollar. International foundation year cost 6,000 and intensive foundation semester cost 4,800 US dollar. These two are for non-med students. Medicine costs 16,900 and dentistry costs 17,500 US dollar per year. And all of our health sciences programs such as nursing, physiotherapy, public health and many more can range in between 5,500 to 8,500 US dollar per year. Apart from the tuition fees, every student needs to bear two additional charges as well. One is the application fee, which is 150 US dollar, and the other one is entrance procedure charges, which is 350 US dollar. Both of these charges are non-refundable. Now let's look into the scholarships and financial aid available in this university. The very first one is called Stipendium Hungaricum Scholarship. This is a very popular one and it's a government scholarship. It is not given by the university, it is given by the Hungarian government. This scholarship covers the full tuition fee and health insurance. It covers the accommodation partly and gives a monthly stipend as well. Currently, 2,708 students are studying with the help of this scholarship from more than 60 different countries. And the deadline of this scholarship is in between 15th November to 15th January every year. Next, the academic performance based scholarship. Now, this one has nothing to do with the government. This is given by the university to their second academic year of the student. If the student does a very good result in their first academic year, from second year they will be getting 20%, up to 20% of tuition fee reduction. Next, sibling discount. If two or more siblings are enrolled at the same faculty, they can avail this discount up to 10%. Next, Erasmus Plus. Now, we all are familiar with this one. This is given for the students who wants to complete a degree with like in multiple European universities without any tuition fees. Lastly, the scholarship program for Christian young people. This is very exclusive for Christian community only, and this can be given if they apply through their church. Moving into the next slide, we are moving into the most important part of this presentation, which is the application process. Before getting into the details of the application process, I would like to list down all the required documents first. First of all, a complete hand-signed application form, passport copy, high school living certificate and transcripts, which should be translated in English, of course, a short CV, and lastly, English proficiency certificate. It is not mandatory because there will be an entrance interview for all students where their English proficiency level will be assessed by the professors. Some additional documents for master and transfer applicants: detailed CV, bachelor's degree, detailed transcript, and course details. Some extra documents for PhD applicants: detailed CV, master's degree, detailed transcript, two recommendation letters from their former professors, and a research proposal. Now let's look into the application process, starting with the undergraduate programs. The process is very simple. The very first step is document-based initial assessment, which means getting an eligibility check. To get an eligibility check, first of all, you have to email all the academic documents and the passport copy of the student to the regional office. If your student is eligible, we will guide you to the next step, which is application fee payment, and it is 150 US dollar. Once it is paid, the application will be submitted from the regional office end, and once the application is submitted, the university will arrange an entrance exam and an entrance interview for the student. Now, let me tell you more about this. The entrance exam is basically a written test, and the topic of this test will be relevant to their program of interest. And the entrance interview will assess three things, including their academic knowledge, English communication skills, and their motivation for study. If your student can pass both of this test, which will be taken on the same day, they will be getting their letter of acceptance within 1 day. Moving into the next slide, the admission procedure for graduate programs, it is completely similar with the previous one, so I'm not going to repeat it. The only difference is master's applicant do not need to sit for any kind of written test. They only need to sit for an oral test, which is the entrance interview. And if they can pass it, they will receive their offer letter within 2 to 5 days. Lastly, the admission procedure for foundation programs. Now, there is nothing to tell actually because it's completely same to same with the undergraduate one. Just like undergraduate students, they also need to sit for both written and oral test. The only thing you can note down it is after completing the non-medical foundation program at the University of Debrecen, if they want to get enrolled to their direct bachelor's degree, they need to sit for an upgraded entrance exam at the university at that time. But there's nothing to worry about because I have never heard that any student failed that upgraded entrance exam after completing their foundation at the university, because during the foundation, the whole time, they were being prepared for the direct bachelor's. So that is all from my side. Thank you so much for your attention till now. Now, if you have any questions, any concerns, you can let me know about it.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
I want to ask about the entrance exam fee. When should we actually process or submit the entrance exam fee?
Okay, so the entrance exam fee is 350 US dollar,
It-
and this amount can be paid after getting the offer letter.
Okay. And then we have only one semester, right? It's September.
No, we have actually two intake, two
Okay.
semesters in a year. And
Hmm.
the first intake is September. It is the main intake where we are offering all the programs, regardless foundation, bachelor's, or master's, or PhD. And the other one is February intake. And now our upcoming intake is actually February intake because September 2026 just got over. So now you can recruit for February 2027 or September 2027. That is also open actually. So, yes, now our upcoming intake is February, and in February, we do not offer all programs. We do not offer any kind of bachelor's degree. So, for bachelor's applicant, the only option in February is applying for foundation. Okay, they can go for foundation semester because this is not a separate program. I receive this question a lot that if I apply for foundation, will there be any visa risk or anything? There won't be any visa risk because this is not a separate program. This is leading to direct bachelor's. The student has to pay for both foundation and their direct bachelor's degree together before facing the embassy. So it is a leading program. It is connected to their direct degree. So yeah, in February, your students can apply for foundation only. There's no bachelor's programs is being offered. And for masters, yes, we are offering 80% of our masters programs in February intake. And all
Okay.
the PhD programs are available too.
Okay, got it, ma'am. And ma'am, another thing, the tuition fee. Do we need to pay the whole year tuition fee?
Okay, for Bangladeshi students, there's a special requirement. They need to pay 1.5 year of tuition fees before facing the embassy. 1.5 year means 3 semesters.
Okay.
It's just for Bangladeshi students. For other regions, yes, they can pay just a year of tuition fee.
Okay, ma'am. What about the ma'am accommodation? Does a student provide the accommodation or a student can separately arrange for private accommodation?
Okay, so there's a thing. University is not providing the accommodation to the student. There is dormitory, but for
Mm.
international student, it is almost impossible to get a seat in the dormitory for the first semester. So for first semester, we always suggest our student that you can arrange your own accommodation near to the campus. And after going to Debrecen, you can apply for dormitory from second semester. At that time, it gets easier to get the seat in the dormitory. There's another factor regarding accommodation is that while you will be facing the embassy, you have to show an accommodation proof, right?
Yes.
And it will be a hassle for our students if they have to arrange that accommodation before getting visa, because arranging accommodation involves a lot of cost, booking fee, and sometimes these booking fees are non-refundable, which is why the university will provide the accommodation proof to the student free of cost just for visa purpose. Okay, and you can use that while facing the embassy. So before getting your visa, you don't have to stress out in finding accommodation or anything. We will also provide the health insurance as well for a year, so you don't have to worry about health insurance as well, and it will be valid even after your student go to Debrecen. He can use it for 1 year, and after that he can renew it. So the only thing you need to purchase is the travel insurance. So yeah.
Got it. Ma'am, does it mandatory to do all the academic documents apostille for application?
Not at all. You can just share the scanned copy. Apostilles and everything can be done before facing the embassy. That's required
Yes.
for visa.
Okay, ma'am. And another thing, ma'am, what about the refund policy? I mean, how much amount is going to be deducted if a student got the refusal?
Okay. So in case of visa rejection, full tuition fee will be refunded. Okay, there's no deduction at all. The only non-refundable fees are, which I have already mentioned during the presentation, the application fee and the entrance fee. Altogether it's 500 US dollar. This fee is non-refundable. Other than that, the 1.5 year of tuition fees will be refunded to you. If you talk about the deduction, we are not deducting anything from university end, but there will be some bank transfer charges which will be deducted by the bank itself, and it's a very minimum amount.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Do you have
Ma'am,
any other
I
questions?
have a question.
Yeah, please.
Could you please clarify about the financials, like how much money or what should be the amount should be shown for the FD
For
or
bank
something like that?
statement.
Yeah, exactly. Bank statements. And what
Okay.
about the maturities of the bank statements?
Okay, so there's some new requirements by the Hungarian embassy from this intake. They're asking for 13 months of bank statement. I am
Okay.
not sure if you have heard about it. So yeah, they are asking for 13 months of bank statement, but the amount and everything is the requirement is similar. The
Okay.
requirement is just like as previous, that uh, you have to show an amount which will be covering 1 year of tuition fees and living cost of the student. If you ask
Right.
me the amount, then I would tell you 12 to 13,000 euros minimum.
All right.
Okay, in BDT 20 to 25 lakhs would be sufficient.
Okay.
So money is not important here. The more important thing is showing the source of fund,
Source of fund, right?
justifying the source of fund. Sometimes students are showing a lot of money, but there's no justification, there's no source. So this is not going to work in that way. Okay, whatever you are showing, you have to present the source of fund, a proper justification of your source of fund as well,
All right.
along with the current source of income documents.
All right. So a student can show a source of fund as like land selling or
Yeah,
renting
yeah.
their house or everything, right?
Of course, they can do that.
All right.
Hungarian Immigration Authority is accepting multiple source of income as well.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So even if the bank statement source is land selling or something like that, but along with that, you should present the current source of income as well.
All right. But the fact is 13 months of maturity is a must, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you.
It's a mandatory thing in a sense, is that if you're promoting earlier, then I think you can tell your students that yeah, the requirement is 13 months. But if you find any student like a bank statement with minimum 6 month, but they have a very strong justification behind it, for example land selling documents and everything, so in that case you can proceed with that application.
All right.
The
So
Hungarian Immigration Authority will be flexible with that, because the main intention behind asking 13 months of bank statement was that they wanted to see the authenticity of the
authenticity.
documents.
Right. Right.
So if you can present the authenticity even with 6 month of bank statement or 7 month of bank statement, that is also fine. That is going to work.
All right.
I'd love to ask some questions regarding the entrance exam-based waiver that the university provides.
Waiver, like, are you asking about the entrance exam fee waiver?
Yeah, 20% waiver depending on the score of the entrance exam.
No, I haven't mentioned anything like that. There's no such waiver depending on your entrance exam performance. That is applicable for other regions, not for Bangladeshi students. For other regions, it can be given up to 90% based on your performance in the entrance exam. But this opportunity is not available only for Bangladesh and Pakistan students. They have to pay full 1.5 year of tuition fees before going to the university. They can avail some discount, some scholarship after getting enrolled to the university from their second year.
Ma'am, I have another question.
Yes.
Could you please clarify about the required IELTS scores or English scores? Like, the band
Well,
within the band scores observable.
I think I have already mentioned it during the presentation that it's not mandatory to submit because we are going to take an entrance interview for all our students.
All right.
Um, and their English proficiency level will be assessed by the professor
All
himself.
right.
But if your student is going to submit it, then you have to ensure the minimum score of 5.5. For a
Okay.
few master's programs, the requirement is 6. So always cross check with the website. You will see the minimum requirement if you are going to submit the IELTS certificate. But if you don't have it, that is also fine. We can proceed with the application.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I want to know about the visa ratio from for Bangladeshi students actually.
If I talk about the previous intakes, it's around 60 to 65%. The If I talk about specifically the last intake, which was February 2026, and our current visa processing is going for September 2026. We haven't received any decision yet, so we cannot tell you about the ratio for this intake yet. But yeah, you will know about it very soon. And for past September 2025 intake, it was around 70%.
Ma'am, for masters, how many years they will allow the study gap?
Very good question. So for masters, we are not accepting more than 4 years of gap. But if your student has a very strong experience letter and everything, in that case, we can accept maximum of 5 years, not more than that, even if you have work experience. And for bachelors, we are not accepting more than 2 years of gap.
Also, ma'am, do we need to attend, or do we have to interview, give the interview in embassy?
Yes, yes. You have to give the interview during visa processing as well. There will be an interview at embassy, actually at VFS Global Service.
Can I ask about the conditions regarding any applicant's spouse?
Okay, so that's not recommended from our end because you are going to apply for Schengen visa, and if you apply with your spouse or your dependent, the chances of getting rejected is almost 99%.
There was a thing mentioned on the slide, and it's about the 20% waiver. Can I know more about it?
Yeah, sure. So that's what I have told that student can get this discount after getting enrolled to the university from their second year. If your student does a very good result in their first academic year, based on that, they can avail up to 20% tuition fee reduction from second year. If any of your, very, very talented applicant is just looking for a scholarship, the only thing you can suggest from like being a Bangladeshi student is Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship. That's a great opportunity for Bangladeshi students, I believe, because even though the competition is very tough and the seats are very limited, I think they're just taking 140 to 50 students every year through this scholarship. So it's very competitive, it's very difficult to get it, but still, I recommend applying for this scholarship because there's no application fee, there's no eligibility criteria. You can just apply for it, and even if you do not get selected by the Hungarian government, there's a chance you might get selected by the university itself for a partial scholarship up to 40%. Even in this intake, I mean this year, like Hungaricum Stipendum Scholarship for 2026, around 700 students got partial scholarship from the University of Debrecen. I'm just talking about Bangladesh. From Bangladesh, around 700 students got up to 40% of a scholarship from the University of Debrecen. But yeah, of course, you have to select Debrecen as the first choice, because when you will be applying for stipendium, there will be two options. You can choose any two Hungarian universities. So Debrecen has to be your first choice. So you might get this scholarship. So yeah, this is a great opportunity. You can promote it as well among your eligible students.
Ma'am, how will we submit the application? Is it through the email or we're gonna have any portal?
The regular applications for like university, you can just email me with the full pack of academic documents. Then I will let you know if your student is eligible to apply or not. If the student is eligible, then I will guide you to the next step. I will send you a confirmation with the application form and the application fee payment method. After that, you have to pay the application fee and you have to fill out that application form and send it back
Form.
to me. That's all. This is the application process, and then we will submit it. Okay, someone is asking how many hours the student can work there. So yes, student has the permission to do part-time jobs, maximum 30 hours per week.
Ma'am, wasn't it 20 hours
No,
before?
that's another spark of Hungary. That because most of the European universities, sorry, like European countries, is giving permission for maximum 20 to 24 hours, but for Hungary it is 30 hours. Regarding PR,
Mm,
yes, the student will get 9 months of post-study work permit, okay, after their graduation. For all the students, foundation, bachelor's or master's or whatever. And another interesting fact about Debrecen is 90% of Debrecen students get their full-time job within just 6 months of their graduation. So once your student secures the full-time job, and if they can do it for 3 years in a row, the full-time job after graduation, after that they can apply for PR. They will be eligible to apply for PR after 3 years.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
So many students ask that, can I pay the tuition fee in installments in any situation? Is it possible? Like, it's just a common question from the students we get.
Okay, I have another common answer for that.
All right.
So for example, the deadline is like within 1 month you have to pay your full tuition fee, okay?
All right.
So within this 1 month, if you want to pay it in installments, you can do that, not a problem. But you just
Mm.
have to make the full payment within the time.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I have one question, please.
Yes.
If you have a IELTS score, will still need to take an interview.
Yes. That's mandatory for all students, regardless your IELTS score.
Okay. Okay, one more thing. As I am your agent, will my application fees be waived?
No, not at all.
So 150 have to pay.
Yes, this is the initial payment, and only after this payment, the application will be submitted.
Okay. And how long does it take to receive a visa decision?
The visa decision, like after visa
The
application,
application, yeah.
okay, it cannot be said the specific time because it varies a lot. Sometimes some students get their decision within a week, we have seen. Sometimes it takes more than a month.
No, no more than 2 months.
Yeah, that you can say.
All right.
But this thing cannot be predicted as well because it's completely up to the Hungarian Immigration Authority. We do not have any control over the Immigration Authority, right?
Okay. So if Hungarian embassy it will take the interview, so where is it in VFS Global or over
Yeah. Yeah, VFS Global.
in present?
Yeah,
or
present.
any Zoom or any online platform?
No. It will be direct. It will be
Face to
physical.
where you the which VFS Global it will
It's in Gulshan 1.
Gulshan 1 or Gulshan 2 or Bonani? Gulshan
Gulshan
1.
1. Yeah.
Okay. Guys, any more question or anyone?
Ma'am, I
Yes.
I would love to ask about the MOI requirements in case students who don't have any sort of IELTS.
As I have told you that we are not asking for any kind of English language certificate from the university, and for application we do not need anything else other than the academic documents and the passport copy. But for embassy you do require an English language certificate, right? So in that case, if you do not have any IELTS or any other certificate, you can proceed with MOI. That works.
How much will be the academic requirement, like CGPA for bachelor or master's?
Okay, I can give you the brief here, but I will share it in detail later as well. So, for if I talk about for bachelor's applicants, the minimum requirement is 60 to 65%. Okay, minimum 65% for direct bachelor's, minimum 60% for foundation. And if we talk about the master students, if they're applying for non-medical programs, in that case, the minimum requirement is in CGPA terms, it is minimum 3 out of 4 or 70% equivalent. And for medical master's programs, medical and health sciences master's programs, the minimum requirement is 2.5 out of 4 or 60% equivalent.
Okay, ma'am, will you provide any list of question for internal exam?
Not list of questions, but sample questions here.
Question thing. So, okay, will you provide today presentation slide or anything else for us?
Yeah, sure. If you want it, I can share that. No problem. Just remind me after the meeting.
Okay, in group I will text you.
Okay, perfect.
Ma'am, I have one last question actually.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, to have a better visa approval ratio, do we need to keep your university as the first choice, right? Is it something like that?
No, I was at that time I was talking about a stipendium Hungaricum scholarship, the government
All right.
scholarship. When
All
you
right.
will be applying for that government scholarship, there will be two choice for you.
Mhm.
You can like choose two universities for this scholarship.
All right.
So if you choose Debrecen as your first choice, you might get some partial scholarship from Debrecen. But yeah, it completely depends upon the profile because it's a very
Mhm.
competitive
Of
scholarship.
course,
So
yeah.
the profile has to be good.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, everybody. If you have more questions, do not worry. Just reach out to me on WhatsApp group. I will respond to you as soon as possible if you have more questions. And our upcoming intake is February, so you can start working for our upcoming intake, and the deadline would be 1st of November. So yeah, I am hoping a lot of applications from your end. Now let's get started. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a nice day ahead. Bye.
ম্যাম আমাদের এগ্রিমেন্ট পাবো কিভাবে? সরি।
That you can, no problem. You can just email me about it. I think I have already informed you about the agreement that we do not share any formal contract until we receive at least 5 registered students from your end within 2 consecutive intakes.
ওকে।
Okay. After that, you will be receiving the formal contract. Until then, the collaboration details we have shared, you can use that as your, whatever your evidence or anything while claiming the commission.
Okay, thank you. Now you can use your logo or everything, yeah?
I wouldn't suggest to use the logo itself, but yeah, you can use the name of the university, of course. Otherwise, how would you promote it?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.
It- তোমরা সবাই মিটিং এ আসো, এখনই আসো, 10 মিনিট কথা বলি, না গরম গরম মনে থাকবে না। যে শুনছো ডেকে নিয়ে এসো অন্যদের।